Hi guys, this is Ola from CardPond. In today's video, we are going to be proceeding to create our joystick for our Xbox Series X controller pad. It's not going to be a difficult video or process, simply because we are simply going to be using two tools, which is the sketch and then the revolve. Alright, so before we proceed, I would just like to show us what this looks like. So currently it's just a very simple basic shape. However, since reference files I have do not have the dimensions of this, so I just kind of tried to create the joystick to dimensions that I think are good enough for what we want to represent. So with all that said, we go right into the modeling phase. I begin by creating a new sketch, and I would select any one of these two planes. So for my own, I would select on this, and we're going to be doing a lot of weird stuff but at the end of the day it's going to make sense. So I'm creating a construction line this way and another this way. Well, it has its purposes, and then I would also create another this way. Alright, so having done this, I would quickly dimension the distance between these two dimension lines, and we would use 9 millimeters. Alright, so we have to zoom in, and at this point we just start creating weird stuff. So first of all, I would draw a line. I switch off my construction line. I draw a line going upward this way. I repeat the same line, or another line, sorry, and I get a circle. Draw a circle somewhere around here. I draw another circle. I pan upwards and draw another circle this way. This is weird, I know. And then draw another circle down here. So if you're following with the steps I'm making, then we have something like this. Then I'll draw another line, and this time around it's just going to be somewhere this way. Alright, with this I would create or dimension these sketches. So this first of all is going to be based on my prediction. I'll say diameter of 14. Alright, then I would say the distance between this point and this is going to be, let's say, 7.5. Alright, I would escape from my dimensions. I'll drag this downward, so bring it somewhere close to this. Bring this down also a little bit, and return to dimensions. We notice that this is fully dimensioned, right, or fully defined. So the color is changed, and I would say the distance between this and this point here is also 9. And then the diameter of this circle, we'll have it to be 27. Alright, so that's good. And scroll again. The diameter of this circle is going to be 5. The distance between this construction line here and this, which is the horizontal distance, we make it 7. So make that 7, and then we also adjust the dimension, that is the vertical dimension or distance for this circle. I could easily, let's say, just create a new dimension, but I'll try to reduce that. So I'll say coincident. I select on this construction line and our circle here. So it's fixed at this point. Alright. So let me see. Okay. However, I've noticed something. I want this circle and this to intersect, but we don't have that happening for us right now. And the reason is because this is positioned wrongly along the horizontal distance or direction. So there's this coincident constraint created automatically. So we are going to right click on that and delete it. So what I did for that constraint was I selected on this circle, select on the constraint, right click, click on delete, and then you notice that this right now is blue, so it means it can move around. So I would select on the center and let's see, cancel. And let's see how I move this sideways. All right, so that has been moved sideways. I repeat or place new constraint here. I think I deleted my construction line. That's weird. Shouldn't have done that. However, this would be 2.5. So this is moving sideways by 2.5, and this is the proper direction or distance, position. And it's intersecting here, so I'll just try to place that constraint here again, 7. Yeah, so they are both fully defined now. I can drag this upward so that it's clear for you to understand the dimensions. All right, so at this point, what we'll do is I'll create a line. Or that's this line already created here. I drag it downwards this way, and I would apply the tangential constraint between this circle and the line. I'm selecting the circle first, which means that the line should align to the circle and not the other way. So we notice that now they are tangential to each other but not touching. Hence I'll go to modify and extend. I'll click on this to extend into this circle. At this point, what we would do, dimension this line. It looks very weird, all this is I'm doing right now, but it's going to make sense. So the distance between these two, let's make it 4.5. All right, so drag this dimension upwards. That's to look good, you know. All right. So this is what we have, and we come over to the bottom part to place some extra dimensions here. So the diameter of this is 27. Sorry, I'll place a vertical constraint between this line and the center of this. I hope that worked. It seemed not to have worked. Let's try coincident. That's weird. But it works. And then I create an offset of this going inwards. So we'll make that about, I think, -1 probably. This is 0, -1. I think that's good enough. And at this point we create a line. The reason we're creating this line is just so that the feature is not so how do I put it now? We don't need the entire circle actually, so we just need something like an arc. So dimension the distance between this construction line and this, and let's see, this is 2.5. Let's just give it about, okay, 2.5 is good, so we'll leave it that way. All right, we're close to completing this sketch, and then we're going to do something else. I would extrude this circle, I'll offset this circle by about 0. Something very, very small, 0.25 millimeters, and repeat the offset for this at about 0.25 millimeters, coming this way also. You're gonna understand why I'm doing this nonsense very soon. And then it's kind of looking confusing to my eyes, but it's gonna be all right. I'll create a line coming this way and going upwards. All right. So it looks really confusing right now, and when we try to create our revolve, having all these sketches here is going to be a very huge problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to trim out the unnecessary parts. So I trim out this part. I cut out this part, and let's see what this is for us. Alright, so I cut out this part also. This, and this. I leave this arc here. Then I would trim this part of this circle. Trim it up this way. Yeah, that's good. So, sorry, right view. Drag, and it's kind of confusing. I'm trying to look at it properly. I'll trim this too. So what we have is this. Alright, there's something else we need to add, but I'm going to add that not right now. So I trim this also, trim it all the way down to this point. I'll trim this also all the way down to that point. Move this way, sideways. I trim out all of these unnecessary parts, and trim. Oh no. No. Trim this. Okay, so let's take that back. I guess trim this. Alright, so that's good. And trim this. Okay, I'll trim this line and trim it this way also. So what we have is this weird stuff. Take note that we still have this arc here. Now we have the arc here. We have this also. However, we're going to draw another line, which I should have done previously. So I'll just draw a line this way. Alright, and I'll place constraints or dimensions for this also, so that they don't move around. So selecting these two, the 0.25 is already there, so I don't need to change that, and do the same thing for this, so that it's fully defined. And then lastly, I guess these two also. One. Alright, place my tangential constraint again. I select on this first. What do I select first? This one on top, right? Yeah. And select the line. Then I would extend this line to the circle or the arc, and then I can trim these parts of all of this. Alright, so this is what we have. It looks kind of weird, but this is the proper thing that we need. Alright, so at this point I would say finish sketch, and we have it this way, as we can see. So we'll go to revolve and select the following profiles. I select this profile and include this here. Alright, so I haven't selected those two. I will select on our axis of revolution, which is this, and this is what we have. Okay. Alright, so this isn't bad at all. Let's see. Yeah, it looks okay. And then I'll go back to our sketch and make it visible, because there's something we need to create also. So I'll create another revolution, and it would be this profile now. Just that profile, and the axis remains the same. However, we're not going to select join. I would select I guess new components. Yeah. And the reason why we have this or I'm separating these two revolutions is that I would like to make this new revolution to be like a rubber product or component that enhances the grip of the joystick. And I guess from the from this, we notice that there's something like a rubber stuff around it. But as you can see that I'm not placing extra features like the rough texture on it, so we just leave it this way, and when we get into rendering, we can create or use a rough kind of rubber material for that. So this is new component, and then I would say okay. Alright guys, so we have it up to this point. However, we are not done, and I would explain why. I really don't know why I'm doing this, but I included a new reference image that showed the bottom part of the controller pad, and it has a little bit of some extra features that I would like to add. This it's very simple to do, and I don't think it's going to take any time at all, so we just quickly get that done. So to do that, I would select new sketch, alright, and select on this top plane. I would click on insert canvas and search for the new file. So from the first video, I placed a description to all of these reference files, a link in the description of the first video, and you can go back there to get this particular document, or you could just create it without doing that, because it really isn't so necessary actually. But I will just insert this so I don't have to go back and forth. I will select on this plane and say okay. So that's the plane I'm selecting it on. However, I'm not going to trace it, so I'll just move it around. I'm not going to trace it at all, so I just need it to, look at how it was created or sketched out. Very simple stuff. I would create two rectangles. I guess I'll use center rectangle. I'll create a rectangle this way and create one this way. I'll create another set quite larger. I'm copying this from the reference image actually. Seems like it's not really visible, so let's rotate the view. Alright, so we have something like this. Alright, so I'll place dimensions for this. This looks really thin and thinner than the thickness of this, so let's just say, since this is 1, I would probably give this to be 0.5 or 0.75, I guess. Alright, so that's 0.75, and I would say the overall length of this should be about let's see what 12 looks like. Alright, so 12 is okay, and I'll do the same for this second part, and this would be, move this down, I guess 2 is not bad, and this length is going to be about let's see, 7.5, I guess. Alright. So at this point, I'll apply the equal constraints between this and this, and then this line and this line. I'll do the same for this 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's looking a little bit weird, but so all we need right now is just to place this center hole or something. So I would create a circle this way, and then offset the circle and draw 2 lines or something like that. Let's place dimension. This is 4.7, so let's keep it at 4.5. And it's going inwards. I guess 0.35 is not bad. Okay. And lastly, I'll just create 2 lines to join it. I guess it's from this point. Wow, now this is confusing. And to this point. And then, oh, this point. So I'll just go straight to extrude, and we only select the profiles that we need to extrude. So I'll select 1, 2, 3. I think it should be easy for you to follow these weird profiles I'm selecting. So I guess I'll select all of these. Alright, so all that's done. I'll just pick what we have outside. Alright, so that's it. We need just this, and we have this shape within. So with that, I can extrude and select extend type to object. So I want to extrude it to this object. But yeah, I guess that's good enough. So I extrude to that object and say join. I don't understand what it means by multiple selections. Start from profile plane up to objects and make it this way. Alright, so we have specify distance objects, blah blah blah, and okay. Alright, and alright. So this is what we have, our joystick. So it's pretty easy, I'm quite sure. And we have 2 bodies in it. Just 1 body. That's weird. Anyway, we have this body, and then we have this component here. So this is where we stop for this, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. So I would save this part and save it under buttons, and I'll call this joystick. And voila, we are done. Alright guys, thank you for sticking around till the very end of this, and I hope to see you in the next video. Hi there, if you liked this video, you can give it a thumbs up by clicking on the like button. And if you are yet to subscribe, it takes you just about 3 seconds to click on the button and select the notification bell so you get updates when new uploads are made. Alright, that's all for now. See you in the next video.